Hey guys, want to show your support to the channel and get some awesome rewards at the same time? Then go check out my Patreon page where at whatever tier you choose that fits your budget, you'll get plenty of rewards such as updates and announcements on the regular, exclusive sneak peeks of my videos before they go up online, get yourself credited, and receive a special shout out at the end of my videos and more. Go to patreon.com/AckleyAttack44227TV to start pledging today. And don't forget to also check out and consider gifting me any items I have listed on my Amazon wishlist and even supporting me on my Streamlabs tipping page that'll also help support the channel directly. Links are in the description box below as well as on my link tree for you to check out. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Take care. Hey guys, like what we do on our channel and want to see more videos from us? Then not to worry about a thing. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as turning on the notification bell so that way you can see more of our videos coming up very soon. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Hey guys, this is AckleyAttack4427 here with, well, I guess it's time for another response/rant video for sure, so yeah. But before I begin this latest response/rant video by far, first of all, let me say this right now. For those who have tuned into, of course, the previous one that I did, talking about Sordo Productions and why I decided to defend Cardi for trying to take down one of his videos. First of all, let me say thank you all so much for, of course, the incredible support for sure. And yeah, I did get a few criticisms here and there, of course. Pretty much on that video as well. So again, I really do appreciate that, hands down. But yeah, either way, I really do think pretty much you guys supporting me when I actually posted that video really helped out a whole lot for sure. And currently, as of now, that said video that I mentioned is already ranked over 1,000 views on YouTube as we speak. So yeah. Either way, like I said, thank you all so much for the incredible support for sure, and don't worry about a thing. If Sordo Productions actually does find a way to actually watch my video and actually, well, pretty much harass me in such a way, don't worry. I do have plans later on down the road, but I'm not going to reveal what they are because I'm currently keeping it a secret for now, and well, I'm pretty much, and yeah, all that sort of stuff for sure, just to really get that out of the way for sure. So I hope all of you guys understand. So yeah. But either way, like I said, thank you all for the incredible support when I actually posted my previous response/rant video. So yeah. But anyways, enough about that. On to today's topic for sure. And well, I did promise a little something pretty much upbeat and lively for sure, and something far different from what I've previously talked about in the last rant video that I did. And well, the good news, well, I do have the good news and the bad news. The good news is that, well, pretty much it is surprisingly different for once, and it's pretty much back to basics with these response/rant videos like I did previously for sure. So there's that. The bad news is it's actually far from being upbeat and lively for sure. So yeah. And of course, I did talk about this in pretty much in one video, or should I say a couple of videos that I did right around several months ago for sure. I think it's about time that we've decided to bring up for sure. Now, if you may not recall, right around earlier this year, one of the most well-known model railroading companies for sure, which is of course Bachmann Trains, well known for their Thomas and Friends range, has officially announced that they're actually going to be doing an 80th anniversary set made to celebrate the 80th anniversary of pretty much Thomas the Tank Engine, particularly throughout the entire franchise, going from the Railway series books to the TV show and all that sort of stuff for sure. And And yeah, pretty much everything is set in stone for, of course, what we're actually going to be expecting for sure. And a lot like everyone else, I was hyped for you, hands down. Yeah, pretty much, it's literally going to deliver on something really, really great for sure. And plus, as a bonus, pretty much, according to the Bachmann Trains 2025 catalog that we actually got, they actually did advertising pretty much literally in that said catalog for sure. So yeah, and even from the pictures alone, he actually does look really, really great for sure, and actually pretty promising. And of course, not too long ago, Train World has officially did a Thomas Tuesday live stream not too long ago for sure, revealing all sorts of new details and stuff for some new models that'll be coming our way for sure. But the only downside to all that is that the 80th anniversary SEG that we were actually hyped for, hands down, is sadly canceled. Yeah. Yeah, I guess if anything, that is, of course, pretty much the downer news that we actually got. I mean, really think about this. This one train SEG that is hyped up to celebrate Thomas's 80th anniversary. As you can see here, literally, pretty much, looking like pretty much one of the illustrations in the original Railway series books is no longer going to be coming out anytime soon. Now you might be wondering to yourself, what the hell happened? I mean, yeah, I guess literally, if anything, the hype for, of course, this SEG is actually pretty strong, and I myself am actually really excited for that, and I guess, when we think we're actually gonna get one of these, it's no longer happening. So, what happened? Well, believe it or not, there is actually a legitimate reasoning for that for sure. Pretty much, if anything, according to the live stream, and of course, pretty much what I found on Twitter for sure, it's mainly because, as established from, of course, Matt Stern, who's actually part of Bachmann Trains for sure, said that they decided to cancel that Sega set for sure, mainly because of course, not just with the whole tariff situation that they got going on, which is still going on even to this day for sure. But it's also mainly because they don't have the time and stuff to actually get this set out by the end of this year for sure. So yeah, really quite surprising when we actually hear that for sure. And yeah, I guess given to all that from what I can gather, I guess we do understand the reasoning on why the SEG actually got canceled in the first place for sure. I mean, I guess if anything, I was really bummed out when I actually heard the news for sure, because yeah, if anything, I really do like the idea, of course, what they're going for, hands down, and given for the fact that we actually that I've actually been collecting all sorts of Bachmann Thomas models over the years for sure, ever since I first started back in 2009 for sure. It is rather quite ashamed for sure that we're no longer going to be getting this set that we're actually hyped for, hands down. And I really do mean that in every significant way for sure, because I mean, really think about it, hands down, pretty much of anything, we do know Thomas the Tank Engine has been a massive staple ever since the franchise first started, with, of course, the original Railway series books back in 1945 for sure. Though technically, I think it actually does revolve around Gordon, Henry, and Edward first, but Thomas wouldn't come into play until his own book 1 year later in 1946 for sure. So yeah, either way, I guess pretty much of anything, I know a lot of people may think that way for sure, but the 80th anniversary of Thomas the Tank Engine for sure is not just on the Little Blue Tank Engine himself, but everything revolving around the franchise for sure. And I guess pretty much ever since the very beginning, even after the TV show first came around, we've stuck with it ever since for sure. We stuck with it as a kid, and we stuck with it now as adults for sure. So yeah. But yeah, I guess either way, I think from what I could gather, the 80th anniversary said that we were promised for sure does have a whole lot of potential for sure. And I guess if anything, even after some pictures being revealed right around earlier this year for sure, I really do like what they were actually going for, hands down for sure. I mean, I guess if anything, from what I could gather, Thomas, with of course pretty much the different colors of course his buffers and his coupling rod and all that sort of stuff, does actually closely resemble Thomas in the original Railway series illustrations for sure. And even pretty much the other pretty much the rolling stock that is gonna go along with it, with of course the plank wagon with removable co-load, a ventilated van with international hook and loop couplers for sure. And yes, I think it's pretty much similar to the plank wagon that I've mentioned, and even the 20-ton brake van as well, actually closely resembling one of the original. Yeah, one of the original illustrations from the original Railway series books, which was on Thomas and the Trucks for sure, as one of the stories in Thomas's book for sure. It does have a whole lot going for hands down for sure. So I guess a lot of us really are excited to see on how it's gonna go down for sure. And just by seeing it canceled all the way in its entirety, it is rather quite ashamed for sure. And yeah, I guess if anything, it is actually a really big missed opportunity for sure. So yeah, either way, I know a lot of us really are excited to actually pretty much see this saga happen in its entirety for sure. But I guess since after what we got very recently, looks like it's not going to be happening anymore as we speak for sure. But yeah. And yeah, I guess pretty much if anything, I myself am actually rather upset to actually hear the news for sure. But however, I wouldn't necessarily say it's all bad for sure. I mean, let's really face it, from what we can gather, hands down, this is not the first time Bachmann trains have actually hyped up some new models that we're excited for in the Thomas and Friends range for sure. They have done that before with other models that they've been working on for years, but sadly canceled right before we can actually get them for sure. But I guess if anything, some of the ones that we actually did get that are actually released for sure really have really lived up to our expectations for sure, and are definitely worth the wait for sure. So yeah. And like I said, this is not the first time Bachmann Trains has actually canceled any new models for the Thomas and Friends range for sure. They have done that before with other models that a lot of people are hyped to see, but sadly got canceled as well. Particularly the most notable one being Duncan, one of the narrow gauge engines for sure. Yeah, a lot of us are really hyped up when we heard the news that Duncan is going to be made into made as part of the Bachmann Thomas and Friends range, but he sadly canceled even before he actually came out for sure. So yeah. But either way, I think pretty much from what we can gather for sure, this is not the first time that something like this actually happened for sure. But does that mean we should probably give up all hope from Bachmann Trains for sure? Actually, no, from what I can gather. Like I said, they're actually well known for making Thomas and Friends be part of pretty much their lineup of course, model trains for sure. And even if they didn't, we wouldn't be where we are right now for sure. In fact, pretty much of anything, looking back of course, what I currently got with, of course, my layout and, of course, on my shelf and everything, I'm proud of course, all the models and stuff that I've been getting from Bachmann trains in their Thomas and Friends range for sure, and I'll be really excited to actually get some new models later on down the road. And let's not forget to mention, I'm currently in the process of course, updating my layout as we speak, with of course the most notable one being that I'm currently replacing all the pretty much the Bachmann Easy Track from that are in fact from black road bed with steel rail to of course a gray road bed with nickel silver rail for sure. And so far, I've got a long ways to go from what I can gather, but I've been making great progress for sure. And let's not forget to mention, I'm also still getting some new track and stuff to really actually help be served as really great additions to, of course, what I'm looking for with, of course, my layout to get it where it needs to be from what I can gather, as well as, of course, some other accessories and stuff to really make it the best I can for sure. And, of course, my hope for, of course, getting new Thomas models for sure is still going on even to this day for sure, because, well, I am still looking forward to, of course, getting some models and stuff that I haven't actually got for sure, and yeah, those, of course, range from, of course, pretty much the ones that I hope to get around Christmas time, like I do every single year for sure, to even going back to, of course, pretty much buying some models for myself for sure, to really make pretty much my layout, or should I say my Bachmann Thomas and Friends collection and my layout for sure absolutely incredible for sure. So yeah, that's my biggest hope by far for sure. And I've got plenty of Bachmann Thomas models that I haven't actually got yet that I would love to get in my hands anytime soon. So yeah, and that's just to name me a few for sure. Though granted, I know a lot of you guys may be wondering, am I going to get pretty much the Bachmann DCC Thomas and Percy models anytime soon? Well, to be honest, I don't think so for sure. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have nothing against pretty much the Bachmann Thomas and Percy for sure. I really do think they're great models by far, and I still have them, and of course, in my hands for sure. And even some different versions of course, the Bachmann Thomas that I currently got that I'm still pretty proud of for sure. But sadly, I won't be getting the DCC versions of Thomas and Percy because, well, my layout doesn't actually have DCC for sure, so yeah, I think we're pretty much going to leave it at that. So for those who are asking me to get the DCC Thomas and Percy for sure, sadly that's not going to happen anytime soon for sure. And I mean, besides, I guess, if anything, if I do want the closest thing I can get to a DCC version of Thomas for sure, I think I'm pretty much going to stick with the Bachmann Thomas with speed activating sound for sure. I know that's not by much, but at least it's still something. So yeah, let's go ahead and put you back here. Yeah, there we go. So yeah. And of course, let's not forget to mention, pretty much of anything, Matt Stern did confirm in the live stream for sure is that pretty much, regardless of course of the set being canceled for sure, they are looking into other options for of course the 80th anniversary set for sure. So yeah, even though pretty much the tale of course, the 80th anniversary seg is, of course, officially gone for sure. There will be a light at the end of the tunnel for sure. So I do hope they'll actually pretty much do something for sure to really keep us occupied. And I guess if anything, from what I can gather for sure, to me, I think the one thing that could be improved on, hands down, is that, well, regardless on the 80th anniversary set, if they would have actually got the Seg Alga release this year for sure, maybe instead of announcing it right around earlier this year for sure and try to work around it and actually getting Alga for sure, to me, I think they would have actually tried to maybe announce it like maybe about 1 to 2 years in advance for sure, so that way it will give them plenty of time to actually work out the kinks and, of course, making the Seg actually great, and then they would release it this year for sure. So yeah, but that's just my 2 cents from what I can gather for sure, and I think it's pretty much what I could say, of course, on that front. And I guess pretty much of anything, the closest thing we can get to, of course, pretty much the 80th anniversary version of Thomas in different types of merchandise that is actually really great would definitely have to be the Playrail version of the Railway Series version of Thomas for sure. And I still stand by it that I really enjoyed it ever since I first got it, and I actually covered it in an episode of What the Pickup that I did a couple months ago for sure. So yeah, pretty much if anything, that is of course what we got, that is the closest thing we can get for now for sure. So for those who have actually been bummed out for the 80th anniversary set being cancelled, then we can rely on the Playrail version of the Railway Series version of Thomas as a nice replacement for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. And pretty much from what I can gather, pretty much it's not all dead for Bachmann trains for sure, because again, around the same time, pretty much they announced that they canceled the 80th anniversary Sega for sure. Matt Stern did confirm some other Bachmann Thomas models in their Thomas and Friends range that they are going to be putting out anytime soon. Like for example, is that looking back on, of course, on the catalog for sure, they did also confirm pretty much, as you can see here, is that they are going to be putting out the pretty much the 80th anniversary Vans for sure. One being in the 1945 version, and the other being the retro logo version. And I guess if anything, looking at the illustrations by far, they really do look nice. Like, I do hope they'll actually be great for sure. And well, luckily enough, given to the live stream that we actually got, we did get official confirmation on the models, all thanks to Matt Stern for sure, and they actually look amazing for sure. I really do think they really are quite awesome for sure, and I really can't wait for when they get released later on this year for sure, because, well, they really are actually quite nice for sure. So I guess it's not all bad news for Bachmann Trains to join in on the 80th anniversary of Thomas and Friends for sure. Even though the set itself is actually gone, the 80th anniversary Vans that we're going to be getting is still going to be happening for sure. So given to the official reveal, of course, the Vans themselves for sure, yeah. I guess if anything, we're still looking forward to them hands down. I can't wait to see on what will go down. Not only that, but they did also reveal, of course, looking back, as you can see here, pretty much of anything, they also did confirm that they're going to be working on the blue open carriage for sure. And again, we did get an official confirmation from Matt Stern for sure, revealing that said model. And again, it actually does look really nice for sure. So yeah, either way, I'm really excited to see on what will go down for sure once they actually do release it for sure. So So again, there is a light at the end of the tunnel for sure, and I really can't wait to see on how it's going to turn out once it actually does come out. And not only that, they still also did confirm some other models that they're going to be releasing as well. Like, of course, we're still going to get Stanley, and we're still going to get Sir Handel for sure. So yeah, I guess either way, pretty much of anything, I know hands down, Stanley and Sir Handel are, of course, the one Bachmann Thomas models that we're still excited to see hands down. And well, luckily enough for this year, we are still gonna get them hands down. So I'm really excited to see on what will go down once they actually do get released for sure. And that's amongst plenty of the other models that we're also looking forward to hands down. Like, of course, pretty much as confirmed, Bachmann Trains has, of course, officially released all the HO scale figures for sure. Pretty much, again, according to the catalog, as you can see here, yeah, they did actually release pretty much the HO scale Thomas and Friends figures for sure. Those being the Hat Family, the Railway Personnel set, the Teacher with School Children, Farmer McCall with his sheepdog and sheep, Farmer Trogger and his pigs, and the Narrow Gauge Personnel saga for sure. So yeah, either way, I think I was really looking forward to seeing those figures for sure, and I'll be really excited to see how they're going to turn out for sure once I do finally get my hands on them for sure, and moreover, see that on how they actually do compare to, of course, the now official large-scale figures that we currently got for sure, to which, yeah, I guess we know for the fact that, and yeah, based on, of course, this figure of Farmer McCall that I actually got right here, even though they were released as part of the Bachmann H.O. Thomas and Friends range for sure, I'm glad to see that they're now moving up to a large scale for sure, because, well, given to the size of them for sure, maybe I guess that's what they're meant to be, hands down. So yeah, I'm still looking forward to, of course, the HO scale figures for sure, and yeah, I think they're going to go great, and of course, on my layout once I actually do get them in my hands. And not only that, I do know from my friend Treyboy54 that he somehow got himself the Bachmann Sir Topham Hatt's car for sure that he did originally want to use for some sort of comparison video that he wanted to do on his channel. But I guess, given to all that, he did actually send me an email asking if he would actually send it out to me, and I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? I would love to get that in my hands for sure. So yeah, again, I think pretty much going back to the catalog, the Sir Topham Hatt's car, as you can see here, yeah, I might get that in my hands later on down the road. So yeah, I guess either way, that's just to name me a few from what I can gather. So yeah, either way, I'm not saying pretty much of anything. I'm giving up all hope on Bachmann Trains for sure. Oh no, not at all. I'm still looking forward to seeing what they can do next with, of course, the Thomas and Friends range for sure. Like, not just HO for sure, but I know hands down, once I do start getting the narrow gauge engines, I am looking into getting some N-scale pretty much Thomas Trains for sure that I think would be really great additions to, of course, pretty much on my Bachmann Thomas and Friends collection for sure. And that's just to name me a few from what I can gather amongst plenty of the other models that I'll be getting later on down the road. Like, of course, one good example is that I did mention pretty much the hobby shop that's local to my area, Leonard's, who actually does have some really good Bachmann Thomas models that I would love to get, and yeah, pretty much of anything, I do know Rebecca is actually currently stocked in that Sega shop for sure. So hopefully once I do save up enough money for sure, I would definitely love to get my hands on Rebecca for sure. alongside maybe I guess some pretty much some Thomas rolling stock that I don't have yet that I think would be really great additions for sure. So yeah. And like I said, I am still hoping to actually get some, pretty much some more Bachmann easy track in the gray row bed with nickel silver rail, and maybe I guess also the gray row bed with concrete ties as pretty much some nice additions for sure. Because yeah, I still want to pretty much bring my layout to an all new level for sure, and I know, I guess, if anything, even when I think I've actually done the job quite well, I know I'm not done just yet, because I still got a long ways to go with, of course, my layout in getting it where it needs to be for sure. That's our goal as we speak, so yeah. And of course, pretty much of anything, I know hands down that I'm still looking forward to pretty much what Bachmann will provide with their Thomas and Friends range for sure. And I do hope for a future video, I do hope to cover at least some Thomas and Friends characters that could actually work as Bachmann models that they could actually make for sure. Some that haven't actually been explored on just yet. Some are actually pretty underrated. And some that have actually got canceled that actually deserve another chance for sure. So yeah. And of course, let's not forget to mention, speaking about what I said about the 80th anniversary set, that's another thing I should mention is that, well, I do know since I got it for Christmas, I do hope to cover the Thomas Saves Santa Sleigh set pretty much right around this upcoming Christmas for sure. So that's going to be a really great one to cover pretty much within about 5 months from now for sure. And of course, let's not forget to mention, Bachmann has also released the deluxe Thomas and Friends, the deluxe Thomas and the Troublesome Trucks set, as you can see right here. And yeah, there's no doubt in my mind, it definitely does look great for sure. Even has a online video for sure that is actually watchable. So I guess if anything, I would love to actually pretty much get that set for sure. And I do hope that maybe later on down the road, Bachmann might actually improve a bit, of course, what we want to see from them to keep the Thomas and Friends range alive for sure. Like, of course, I know a lot of people really want to see pretty much the Bachmann Thomas face be changed for sure, but to me, I really don't think it needs that for sure. I think it's fine the way it is from what I can gather. So yeah. But I do hope that maybe for some future sets they want to do, I do hope they'll make the transition from black row bed with steel rail to gray row bed with nickel silver rail for sure. And I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, they wanted to go for the black row bed with steel rail method for sure because, well, since Thomas and Friends was originated from the United Kingdom, I think they really want to try to make the track closely resemble that for sure, and this is all they can come up with for sure. To which there's nothing wrong with the hands down, but I do kind of felt maybe probably going for the pretty much the gray row bed with nickel silver rail might actually be a nice change if they want to make pretty much some new sets later on down the road. So yeah. But either way, that's just my opinion from what I can gather. But yeah, either way, I'm still looking forward to seeing what Bachmann Trains will actually provide for the future of the Thomas and Friends range for sure. I do want them to keep on making new models. I do want them to grow and evolve for sure. I do want to see something new and inventive with that range for sure. And that's just to name me a few from what I can gather. So yeah. Either way, I really do think there might be some hope later on down the road, and And I guess with every disappointing news that we get from Bachmann Trains, for sure, they're always guaranteed to actually give us something great to help liven things up for quite some time. And I really do hope they actually do exactly that for sure. So yeah. Only time will tell on what will come down for sure, and yeah, it is sad that the 80th anniversary seg is no longer going to be happening anytime soon. But I guess if anything, pretty much regardless on that front, I know we're still going to be looking forward to some new models coming up later on down the road. So yeah, my hope is still strong for, of course, Bachmann Trains for sure, and given to, of course, what we actually got from them over the years, hands down, we do hope that they'll give us something really great from what I can gather. Similar to, of course, the first time that we've actually encountered them making the Thomas and Friends range for sure. Whatever the case may be, I do hope we'll get something really great by far. So yeah, even though the 80th anniversary is, the 80th anniversary seg is no longer going to be happening, and trust me, I too am upset to hear the news. We still got plenty of other models from Bachmann Trains that we're still going to be looking forward to in the near future, hands down. And I know from what I can gather, it will still open the door for some other opportunities waiting to happen. So yeah, and of course on that thought alone, I think I'll definitely end this video here. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and by all means, let me know down in the comments down below on what you thought of this recent news for sure. I would definitely love to know. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and well, don't worry about a thing for the next response/rant video that I will do. There is some good news from what I can gather pretty much all the way back some time ago for sure, that will actually give us pretty much put us in a much more better mood for sure. So yeah, but I'll definitely reveal it in the next video later on down the road. So yeah, but until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyTackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is AckleyTack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and plenty more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon. And even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyTACTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.